Hi everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is a December daily process video. I filmed these back in December. I filmed a few of them and I edited them. However, I had guests in my house. There was a moment where I lost my voice, so it was impossible to do these voiceovers, but now I have a few videos and hopefully I get to finish my December daily 2022. And I edited all the pictures of December daily 23, so I just need to put them in collages, the one that goes in collages, and print them. So today I'm working on day 3, which was a very busy day. It was a day where we did a bunch of things, and Charlotte was in the car too. She went with us. And our first stop was going to Home Depot to make the little mailbox. Last year they had, that was the project for December, a little mailbox. It was really cute. And this year I went too, but it was too full. I wasn't able to do the project at Home Depot, but since I registered, they let me bring it home, and we took a picture with Santa, so it wasn't all lost. But I like last year better. It was almost empty, which was really nice, and there was enough space to work. Like this year, well, I keep saying this year when I mean 2023, there wasn't even enough space to sit. It was like impossible, and there was like a line too, and we arrived there like early, like at 9:30, so it was pretty crazy. I have all my journaling for 2022 already printed, and these little boxes printed in sticker paper, and they are in the page protectors, so I just need to either pick a label or a place to put it on, decorate it, and it makes it a little bit easier. This process video is very long because it's gonna have quite a few pages. I think it has like 3 or 4 double spreads. But yeah, and I use Pick Stitch to make my collages. Most of the photos I take are on the phone. It's just a lot easier than carrying around my big camera. The kit that where I got that label is from Freckle Font. It's an old kit that I got in a sale, and since we were in the car, I also wanted to use those stickers that Jen sent me from the last year. And I keep saying last year, oh my god, it's 2024. I'm that person who will still write the wrong year until February. So we did sorry, crafting with friends videos, and we exchanged holiday kits, especially since it was her first December daily. I'm also using the Pipsticks December, no, it wasn't the December one, it was the November kit that was holiday related, which I really enjoy. I skipped the December kit, and I'm getting the January kit because it's really cute. I'm trying to skip the ones that I don't love, just so I don't accumulate even more stickers that I already have. The paper that I used was from the Paige Evans collection, which I still have to see if I can find the 6x8 paper pad, because after I got a few 12x12 sheets, I realized how much I liked it, and then I used it and I like it even more. So hopefully I can get a 6x8 kit, and I hope that she makes a lot more holiday lines because it's so cute, it's so busy, it's so colorful and crazy, and that's my line of holiday colors. Usually holiday collections are very muted. Like if you buy from Ali Edwards, the colors are like jewel tones rather than bright, and I use a lot of pink and a lot of bright red. So it's better for me to use a line like this one from Paige Evans than to use something like, and I think Vicky Budden and Simple Stories had one bright a few years ago, but usually they also go with classic look that it's very mature. And I love these alphas. These alphas are everything. And if I pick the pattern letters, but then I'm gonna switch them to that red that I thought I wasn't gonna be a fan of that red. I honestly bought it for the patterns. It's very pretty. I knew that eventually I was going to use it, but I didn't know that I was gonna like it almost a little bit more than the patterns. So it was a nice surprise. And it was just that it was blending a little bit too much with the paper. And these aren't ancient. They are from Studio Calico, and they are Robins. And they, you know how sometimes when Robins are old, they get stuck to the paper or they don't work well. These are still perfect, and I think they are from an old Color Theory collection. That's a line that I keep going back to, and I love their products from that line. I'm just a basics kind of person. I like labels, I like alphas, I like simple shapes that I can reuse throughout the whole year, because there are elements that I use in my December daily that are everyday stuff that I pull from my embellishment drawers. And I have them divided by color, so if I know that I'm going to use a lot of red, I'll go to my red drawer or my green and work with those. Of course, I need my Pretty Little Studio super tiny little word stickers, and I love their scallops too. Those are going to be making an appearance. And those puffy stickers are from the Paige Evans collection too. I also have others from Doodlebug. And these sheets that I'm looking at right now are actually a digital item. Now you can get digital items from Pretty Little Studios. So if shipping was something that was holding you back, and trust me, I get it, shipping lately is ridiculous. Especially if you're international, then if you have a good printer, honestly, go for it. I got a few items. They have a lot of freebies too. So last time I had trouble with that. So what I suggest you do is get all the freebies that you want. To have a ton. Get those and then pay for your actual order. And here is a close-up. It's very simple. I love using those collages, and I forgot to add the number. Very important. This is day 3. It's going to be a very long day. Our second stop was going to the library. One of our local libraries has a program for kids to read to therapy dogs, and they do it for literacy. At least you're supposed to do it for that. My little one can read very well. It's just that she loves pets, and I know that I would be the one getting stuck with, like, you know, giving the dog a walk, with cleaning its waste. So I was like, how about if we go pet other people's dog? And that way I don't have to clean dog poopy. So that's something that we do every few months. And I'm just covering that strip. The one is bigger than the other. I try not to dwell too much about that, because when I do, it just takes too long and it's very complicated. You know, the pictures are different, the amount of photos, the orientation. So this way is just easier. If I need paper like I did on the first one that I did, I'll use paper. If it's just a strip of washi tape or pattern paper, I'll use that too. I'm using the Citrus Twist Kits adhesive strips, and they are awesome. I love those so much. I need to buy yet another pack. They're just so versatile. And I wrote stop number 2, the library. I'm trying to keep this album as simple as my style will let me, because I'm already behind. I didn't do anything creative during the, I want to say like the last 3 weeks of December and the first week of January, so I need to get into gear again and finish the projects that I didn't finish last year. I was trying to look for a place where I could put extra journaling, and I couldn't find any place, so I decided to just make a little flap over one of the photos, and that way I can put it on top. And I believe that that paper is from Yay Day paper. It's from an old holiday kit. The first one I cut a little bit too short. I'm terrible at it, and it wasn't even that bad. It was just bothering me that it was too short on the sides, so I did it again and tried to do it right this time. And I love this little guillotine that I have here on the left. It's from Fiskars, and I got it at Joann's with a coupon, so that is one of the tools that either you can use a coupon on, or they're always on sale, and it's so good. It cuts perfectly. I have no issues with it, especially if you work in smaller formats, like a 6x8 album, you do Project Life. Like if you're not doing 12x12 big layouts, this is perfect for it. And I'm trying to layer my journaling with something light so you can read the journaling. And I love that I got to play a little bit with paper. I love photos. My opinion, it's all about the photos and all about the story, but I do love playing with paper and stickers and all that, so it's a little bit of both. That's basically what I tried to do with my Project Life. And this 2022 album is quite chunky. It might turn into 2 albums. I'm honestly not sure, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to squeeze in all the sequin pockets that I want. For December Daily 2023, I'm going to use the 10x8 album. That's going to be interesting, but I think I'm ready for the challenge. And I'm just trying to add stickers around this die cut, and it's an old die cut from Studio Calico. I don't know if it was from a regular kit or a holiday kit. I like to use a lot of things from my stash, and I know that could be annoying as a viewer because I'm not using Ali Edwards like most people are. I love her products. It's just as I was saying with the colors, if she would take that cool aesthetic that she has and make it in obnoxious colors, I would be the first person like buying all the things. But I think that most of her audience likes that color palette, so I guess I'll stick with Doodlebug and In a Creative Bubble and all of those annoying crazy color people that I like to buy from. And I'm loving these stickers from Pipsticks. They also had, at least this kit, and they have been doing lately, that they fill out blank spaces with a bunch of like little sprinkles, and I'm a sprinkle kind of person, so I love that. This is very simple. That's Brandy the dog. It was an awesome dog to read to. And I got a card from Brandy's owner. The owner asked me like, "Hey, do you want a card?" I was like, "Heck yeah!" In my mind, I was like, "Yes," for December daily. And then I said, "Don't say it because she doesn't care. Probably doesn't know." Stop 3, and stop that always happens somewhere in my December daily. It's going to Target. It's just so easy and affordable to get ornaments from there, and every year my kids get a new ornament. Like, if it was all about the ornaments, I would go to the Hallmark store, but for like 20 dollars per ornament, it's a bit much. So here in Target, you get the $3 ornaments, the 5, the 6, and if you want a really nice one or a specific one, then 10, 12 maybe. Five Below also has good ornaments too, and I know that this makes no sense because it's January, but if you're listening close to December, there you go. Five Below and Target. And I always say that the style of the stores and the aesthetic change, so it's very important to me to make sure that I get things in the background that will tell people in the future without seeing a date like, oh, this was the 2020s. And I don't know, it's just the style of, the stores. Either Target is very one note, everything is red, but you never know. I don't think Target will ever stop being Target. I give it like at least 50 more years, but Sears used to be a thing, and Woolworths and all of those stores, so it's a good reminder. And I don't want to cover any of these photos, and if I do, I'm gonna just use that flap technique that I use in the other photo. At least in day 3 it's not gonna happen, but in the future, since I have so many photos in this album, it's probably going to happen. And I always do a few post photos, but I like to do action photos where they are looking through the ornaments or they are looking through the stacks at the library. I already had over there my Home Depot certificate that she did the project and a little sheet with the project, so we're still going. Day 3 is still happening. It's a very long day. And these are more Target photos, and there's Brandy's card with other ephemera from the Target items we got, and my kids each pick 2 items. So I like to do a flat lay. This year on 2023 I did it different, and I think I'm gonna go back to the flat layout. I can always, since my album is not done, I can always like take down the tree, which I haven't. It's January 9th as I'm doing this voiceover. In my defense, we're Latinos, so we're celebrating Three Kings Day, and we needed the 3 on the 6th. It's gonna happen eventually. It's gonna come down. So when I take down the tree, I can always do a flat lay picture. And I think I'm happy with the photos I got. I don't need to do a flat lay, but in 2024 I might go back to the flat lay. It also depends on the kind of ornaments that you get. And I'm looking for a paper, since this one is a little bit of a square. That's what I like about Pick Stitch. You can play a lot with, the shape, the photos that you want to add. and I have a mix. I have some from Feed Your Craft, I have some Doodlebug, I have some from Yay Today paper. And I have a little close-up of Charlotte over there hugging her dog. Apparently I'm a bad driver and she's super judgy and she's not wearing a seatbelt, so I don't know what Santa thinks about that. And I love, and let me see if I can explain it better because I mentioned it in a past video and I got some questions that I need to type the answer. Just whenever I see the comment, I'm doing something else and I get interrupted and I'm like, sure, I'm gonna answer this totally, and then I forget. But the way I do my journaling is I have the Notes app on my iPhone, and let's say that today's December 1st, and I write December 1st on top, and down I write either a big paragraph about the whole day, or depending on the different things that happen, I might do a few different paragraphs. And I keep accumulating that, especially for someone that works as behind as I do. I keep adding to that note. It's one note specifically. I don't do 25. I feel like for me that would be too much. Maybe you write a lot and you need one note per day, but I usually keep it very simple. And when I'm ready to work on my album, I copy paste that into an email, and I email that to my email, and then on my computer, because it's a lot easier for me to do it on my computer, I write it on a Word document, and the Word document has 3 columns, I believe. Maybe more. No, I think it has more. Probably has, like, depending on the orientation too. If you want to do it landscape, it might be more. If you want to do it vertical, it's going to be 3, depending on this, on how big you want your journaling and the plans that you have for it. I always try to keep it very small so I can add it to labels like I did here, or journaling cards. And I just print it, and I use photo quality with matte photo paper and clear sticker paper, and I'm gonna link it in the description box below. So if you want to get that sticker paper, I was a little apprehensive because when I saw it, when you look at it on the paper and you peel it off a little bit, it's a little frosty. So I was afraid that it was going to have like some shade. But once you put it on paper, it looks perfect, and I love how it looks. And I cut them all out, and I always do photos first for every project, and I slip them on the page protectors. So I just make sure that I put that journaling in front of something where I can see it, so I don't forget that there is journaling in the story. And I cut it with my either a guillotine, a trimmer, it doesn't really matter. Just pick something that is pretty precise. And I always leave a little bit of space because it's easier at the moment when I'm cutting all the journaling, but and then I can just make it a little bit smaller with my Fiskars trimmer like I did here and in the other page. I love these scallop stickers. I got a similar cut from the Silhouette Studio, and I want to try to do it with my own pattern paper or maybe add color to the stickers. So trying to work with that. I love those stars, the golden ones. Also, Jen sent me those. They're really cute. And on the back, I'm going to put the new ornaments. And usually I would prefer to make it horizontal, but I gotta work with what I have. So I like how it ended up looking. It's very simple since we have such big pictures. And I forgot that I needed space to put it on the to put that adhesive strip. I'm trying not to use too many page protectors because my album is so full, and I'm trying to reduce every little bit, every little item that I can do without. I'll try to do it, but I'm running out of these strips, so I might have to do it. I don't want to go for a second album. Mine always look ridiculously fat that I should be sitting on them for them to close. And it's a Life Crafted album from Citrus Twist Kids, so it's not like it's a thin album like the ones from back in the day from Simple Stories. I have them on my bookshelf. I have a Kallax in my craft room, and I'm looking at them, and the first two are like so normal and skinny, and then they get like fatter and fatter. Simple Stories started making wider albums for this, well, not December Daily, for their holiday collection. And then I used a few Studio Calico ones that are also quite wide, and then 21 and 22 are gonna be Life Crafted albums. This year I'm using a peacock, and I have a pink one. Part of me wants to switch. I love the peacock, but I don't know. It's just that in the albums that I have, none of them, they're all red and pink. I don't have any other color, so I feel that once I put it up there, it's gonna be like it's gonna stand out a little bit too much. So we'll see. And with the cuts that I found in the Silhouette Studio, and I think there's one from Paper Issues too, they have free cut files. If you got a die cutting machine for the holidays and you're looking for free die cut patterns, you should check out Paper Issues. They have a lot. So I cut, using the paper that I have, I cut bigger of those scallops, but I want to do simple patterns for little ones, like the stickers from Pretty Little Studio. And this little ruler, it's from Tombow. It comes with Tombow Fudenosuke, the single ones. And it's not really for this. It's actually for Japanese calligraphy, but it works for this. And it's really thin, so you can put it in your planner if you're a planner person, or you want to like scrap on the go. It's very tiny and easy to store. And I love these alphas. These has been some of my favorite Studio Calico A Color Theory alphas. So I was deciding what to do with those because my little one picked the 2 in the middle. So I was like, do I put the L in the middle? Do I put another L somewhere, since I have 2 eyes on the sides? But it worked out fine like that. I also have some puffy stickers from Feed Your Craft, which I keep hoping that they make a collaboration with someone. I know that In a Creative Bubble has their own, online shop, and they do stuff for Pink Fresh Studio, but these colors are so vibrant and so cute. I was also trying to use my Freckle Font kit. And it's a very nice kit. I don't know why I have such issues using it, at least for these past few layouts, and I also have so much holiday washi tape. I tried to pick my favorite and have those in an Antonio's tray. If you haven't seen those, they are from IKEA, and I use them for everything. If you've seen any of my organization videos, I think I've used them a lot in my DIY kits videos. And they're like $3 or $4. They're really cheap. And I use them for everything. There's one in this house in every room, like even in the living room for storing game controllers and items for the Switch. And this is very simple, but I feel that the letters and the patterns match the feeling of the ornaments, which is very joyful and super cute. My oldest for 2023 went a little bit more elegant. And my kids picked their wrapping paper I keep saying this year. For 2023, I didn't get new wrapping paper because I still had a bunch, and I got rid of a lot of it. So next year I can get new paper, and I hope that my little one doesn't pick one. She always does this. My little one picks those rolls that are like ridiculously thick, and then my oldest just picks one that will last like a Christmas and a half. So I think that's funny. And it's also cool when you see all the designs available and their trends and different things, that are popular at the moment. Like in 2023 was the Taylor Swift bracelet thing. It was in a bunch of wrapping ideas. I did it in one of my Christmas trees. It was like for banners. It was really cute. I don't know if that will be a thing next year. I hope so. It's very cute. And I just love layering stickers and washi tape. And this card is from an old kit from Studio Calico. I think it's the Stay In or Stay Cozy. I think it's from 2020. It's a kit from 2020. And I'm going to use both sides of this card. This first part is going to be very simple, but on the back, I'm going to add photos of the stations and music that we'll listen to the most. I'm trying to make sure that the colors don't blend too well with those little boxes. My plan was to make them a little bit smaller than this, but I didn't want to reprint again. I forgot to maybe make my margins a little bit thicker so it would make my photos even smaller. But it worked out pretty well. I had to trim it like inside of where it's supposed to, but I didn't cut out anything important. As long as you don't cut out a person or the title, that works for me. And I love the prompt stamps from Everyday Explorers. They have one for the holidays, and they also had one for everyday activities. And then they have, which one is the other one? They have a bunch of them, but there's another one that I have. I think it's a bookish one that has something about listening to audiobooks or something like that. And I have these super tiny stickers from Pipsticks, which is another thing that I've been trying to use in my December daily and that I want to bring into my project life. And I love the title. It said December playlist, and it had these little icons that you usually see in music apps, so I thought it was perfect. I really didn't want to pick between both sides, so I picked this one first and I was like, oh, but the second one is pretty cool too, so I decided to use them both. And those tiny music icons are also from Pipsticks, and those I want to use everywhere. Like, we listen to a lot of music. My little one plays the trumpet. My oldest used to play the flute. So I have a bunch of music related photos that I can use with those. And those star stamps are from Studio Calico, and I absolutely love them. This is something that it's going to become like a staple in my crafting. And to the side, I always have it out of the frame because it's really gross. It's kind of like a ShamWow, like a piece of a ShamWow, because I used to have the lawn phone chamois, and it lasted a bunch of years. That poor thing, it had holes when I was done with it. So one day I just got fed up and I asked my husband, hey, do you have an extra that I can cut? And he was like, yeah. And so it's that easy. You can also go to the dollar store. I think they have a small ShamWow that maybe you feel better about cutting. And I love these card stickers. I think Jen got them from Hobby Lobby. That's their brand. And I think I used them all in this spread. And I got a bunch of sprinkles from Doodlebug. I made a whole video it was almost 2 months ago. And I also got the puffy stickers. And I just love those repeat patterns, and they are so versatile. You can use them everywhere. And I have a very big trunk. It's not that big. I have a station wagon, so it does have a big trunk. So to me, it's kind of strange that I felt like we shopped a lot that day, and yet the trunk wasn't full. And that stamp says Christmas shopping. And last time, well, it wasn't. Studio Calico sometimes has this really good sales, and they always have their staples on sale. Sometimes it's just a few colors, and sometimes it's all of it, and that's where I get the labels. And it's something that I never regret buying extra from, because the quality is really good. I can reuse them all the time, and it's so basic that it's not going to age out. That's Charlotte dancing on the box with Peppermint the dog. And I just needed to add one more card, and I used that same kit, Let's Stay In. I also have the digital version, which I love because I love all the cards in this kit. And when I got it, it was like $5 or $10. It was a really, really good deal. And I almost regretted not buying a second kit, because I knew that it was very cute, but then I saw it and I'm like, oh man, this is really, really nice. I'm going to use more of these geotags, and I thought that this card was perfect because it has like a car and it has a house, so you can sort of say that, you know, gives you the idea that you went somewhere. And I almost wanted to add like a dotted line, but I was afraid to ruin the card, so I'm fine with leaving it like that. And the journaling was perfect on that little spot. I was thinking about maybe adding another car, but the style sort of didn't fit. And these are also chipboard stickers from that Studio Calico kit. I just wanted to add little hearts inside the geotag. And I think I'm going to add a little cluster on the top left, well, middle. It's just that it seems like a little bit empty. And those are the washi tapes that I use the most. I always make sure that I have something thin that I can mix up with anything, and I have a few basics that look well with anything. And these stamps are from Studio Calico, and they're really cute. I can't wait to use especially the snowflakes with embossing powder. That would be really cute. And they have the lights, and you can match, you can mix this stamp with the stars ones too. I'm just trying to keep adding something. It's just in my nature. It was fine. It was done. And I have this photo. I don't know. I think my kid was looking at chocolate. And the other one was tired. So they were just more like resting on their dad. And I wanted to add another 3 since it's been so many spreads. I sometimes get hung up on these little tiny details, like the extra sprinkles. Like I overthink it because it needs to be a perfect color. And this digital item comes in white, red, and green, and I printed and cut all of them because it also comes with the printable like it usually does, but it also comes with either an SVG file that you can how do you call it, that you can trace, at least in the Silhouette software it's trace. I don't remember what it is in Cricut. And that's it. I'm gonna call it a date for now, and I'm gonna go back and show the pages a little more detail. And I love to add ephemera to the albums. On the back pocket I always have a 6x8 page where I add random things, but I usually like to keep it inside the pages. And I like that contrast with the red. And I like that this page is smaller so you can see the other page. And that page protector is from Citrus Twist Kits from their Life Crafted albums. The smaller one that it's 4x8. Also great albums if you want to do a smaller December daily. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I love this project and I can't wait to show you the rest of the pages that I made. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.